Welcome to the fastest chaos once more. We've got Kelar, the, I think by most called, dark horse favorite to take the tournament. Certainly top 5 at the moment, or considered to be top 5. A lot of hopes on him, but not the greatest tournament results so far. Still a rising star, still one of the biggest prodigies of DM. Had an upset set in Deathmatch World Cup 5 against Frost, so many eyes are on him for that reason. But not the really big results, right? Considered a very strong player right now, though, and has been rising over the last years. On the other hand side, we have Turfux, a really new face, a surprise in the qualifiers here. Surprise already in Deathmatch World Cup 5 qualifiers, where he almost beat Survivalist, and this time he did make the qualifiers by beating Funny Liquid, playing the Tartars for game 1, and having studied Kelar's games, should also come to pass here. Last set in the qualifiers, he tried to imitate what Kelar did. This time he will have to face what Kelar does. Chinese for Kelar, so more villagers, and therefore a really good start by the Chinese. Later on they fall off a bit with unit compositions. But early on, Kelar seems to be the one rushing here. Kills only one villager though, so far good defense by Lord Turfux. Only one villager with the rush with Chinese. Obviously fortified palisades with 500 HP and a little bit of armor, helping out there a bit in delaying the rush. We do have the 2 lakes generation again, a lake to the left, a lake to the right, and 308 on those snappers. Actually more snappers than I think on the 2 lakes generation we saw yesterday. Kelar trying to go for forward castle, camels and Shukunu out on the field against camels and cave archers. So both with their somewhat expected unit compositions in DM, and Kelar will have to give up that castle. Oh boy, I think this is a good start for the Turfux. Kelar rolling out the onagers, but Chinese not getting siege engineers, so a little bit of trouble there. But the castle could maybe get it up now. The Chukunu doing a quite decent job. Siege not really present yet for our yellow player, and therefore, even though he has the better onagers because he gets access to siege engineers, will be able to get the middle control here. And Kelar also expanding all over the map. TCs being placed left and right, so playing that very strongly. Has a population advantage of about 30. Stronger units likely gonna be on this side of Tartars, but we should lose the cave archers to onagers. Oh boy, that's super clumped up. New pathing, really not the thing that CA wanted a lot of these cases, but also great return shot on the Chukunu. Both taking some shots here. That's about to close. And the Chukunu sitting around the castle. No villager working on it though. Turfux. Once again with a too small build order. Something I already... Don't tell me did 3 archery ranges again. The one thing I criticized in the qualifier of Turfux, otherwise amazing play, was that he was only placing 2-3 archery ranges in every game. And here I am. I talked to him about it and he's doing it again. And it's horrible with Tartars, right? Because you want a lot of care archers. Also only 5 stables. Like, it's really not the... I think he really needed more buildings, or more military buildings in his build order. Therefore, quite behind on the army count here. Now making some cachings, at least he has good castles. Probably was too afraid of the rush, wanted quick castles, but then at least add some more ranges after that, right? On Japan and CA, yeah, it's also a problem. Don't have enough siege on the field for the Tatars. And here come the siege ram in, as there is not enough melee units, only a few cachings, so the siege ram should also be able to do a great job. And now Kelar is looking comfortable. Start was good, but I think a build order mistake by Lord Turfux. Good defense against the raids, but just too small of a build order to be able to withstand Kelar's faster army production here. Keller's build order, on the other hand, only 2 stables straight into Chukunu. Later on, adding barracks and seed workshops. Also not the biggest build order, but massive pumping out of Chukunu and siege. The additional barracks to the front here as well. Now adding in the halberdiers. Turfux is surviving it. I thought the Rams would go in. But I guess the onagers came in time for the Lord. And the camels are breaking here, looking to do some raiding, looking to deny the eco left and right. Turfux basically no expansion outside of his hideout yet. How's that map called that has the fortified palisades? The official map, Hillfort. There's no hill here. Hill would have been great for the task, but let's call it a Hillfort because that's the standard map that uses these walls. Yeah, 1 castle falls, 1 trebuchet dies, the other one still survives. Long range trebuchets, but not protected with any military. Turfux down to 10 military. Now, Hideout has the regular. What is it was? Hillfort has the fortified ones, and yeah, Kelar with his typical very aggressive style. Rush didn't go that well. Turfux defended that well, but I think too slow maul of a build order by Turfux and great aggression by Kelar gives Kelar the 1-0 victory. And that was a win with the Chinese on a land map. Let's go against Zetnus. You wrote Kelar wrong, Kaikoko. This isn't the Norwegian. The Norwegian Kelar is the one with 2 L. This is the German Kelar, the one with 1 L. There's 2 of them. Yeah, I don't know if that Norwegian plays anymore, but he was a really good RM. And he wrote himself. Oh, what? We're starting already. Did I forget the spec delay? Well, start the bets quick. Because we are already in game 2. And there's already something dying. Kelar deleting the eagle, it seems. Wait, what? Why? Wait. Why did that eagle die? You always thought they were the same person. Yeah, I think there's quite some people who thought that. Should I load in again? I shouldn't, but I think it's a misclick, right? There's no reason for Kelar to delete his eagle. Did normal 3 villager start, so it wasn't for pop space. We've got Turfux on the Hindustanis, a civ that we have not been seeing successful in the tournament. And we've got Kelar playing the Portuguese. So the civ that was the reason Kaikoko thought his draft is better. Let's see how the Portuguese do. I do think this is a good matchup for Portuguese. I would like Ports more here. What can Hindustanis do? Don't think they can do much. I think I played this matchup yesterday against Leaf. Ports are a bit immobile, so I guess later on with the Hussar raids, Hindustanis have an advantage. They have worse gunpowder. They have great hand cannons, but they lose to organ guns. They have bombard cannons, but Portuguese have better bombard cannons. They have camels, but Portuguese have helps. And yeah, the only thing that Hindustanis have is Hussar. And the Portuguese don't have. A lot of Cavalier, which is surprising in the matchup, I think. Kelar is opting to go for so many Cavalier. Maybe against the hand cannons early, but I don't know, I would have just done barracks into castles here, I think. And even adding his own hand cannons. Against Hindus? Don't you want to play organ guns rather? I mean, the problem with Portuguese is a bit they everything costs wood, so you probably want to add some food units just to spend your food. Because you run out of wood so quickly with ports. He is also making organ guns, but like... Hindustani's can't counter organ guns and Portugal guns, but yeah, that's exactly what I said, right? I think that's why I like Portuguese better. Prediction is up. We've already got points on both sides, albeit only 10. And the organ gun and the Portuguese army is slowly encroaching here. Cavachas for the Hindu. Yeah, I guess you can't compete with the hand cannons and with the organ guns anyway, so probably rather as Hindustani develop into a KFCA composition, but developing means also retreating the Cavachas. Okay, he is retreating the Cavachas now. Army-wise, oh boy, how many archery ranges did we make? 4! Make 7, dude! Or 6 at least. Yes, I know, we didn't do 3, we did 4. And 3 stables only, yeah. Turfux is just... Against an opponent that has a fast start, this isn't working. Like, it worked against Funny Liquid because Funny Liquid had a bad start. But against people with a good start, he really needs more military buildings. He's adding Gulams as well, which should get shredded by the organ guns. I'm not really sure what Hindustanis can do here, even, to be honest. I think they have a really bad matchup against ports. They have good matchups against cav civs and other camel civs. But whenever they meet a siege civ, and Portuguese are a siege civ, even though they don't have onagers, like the organ guns kind of fulfill a similar purpose. They struggle. It's a massive gunpowder fight as we do siege attacking headguns as well now. Map, as you can see on the minimap, expansion by Kelar, left and right once again. He's also raiding a bit there on the right side. No, he's actually not raiding, it's villager making outposts. And he is snatching up this relic that is kind of in Turfux space. So if I had that crazy patata crazy mission music, would be the way to go. I don't know. Patata wants to give me his technique for a spreadsheet, but I need a second monitor for that, and I don't know if I want a second monitor. It would clutter up my desk. And I actually don't use desk only for gaming, so I wouldn't know what to do with the second monitor. I guess maybe you could also use it for work. Kelar is TCing the back of Turfux's base. That's downright mean now. But Turfux notices and sends some Hussa and hand cannons down there. Fights at the front, it's just a slow push of the ports, right? And not much that Turfux can do, he's down to 17 army. Second mortar insanely useful for work? Depends on the work though, right? But I'm a philosopher, right? I'm traditional. I also need space to read books. Like actual books that you can touch. If there's only monitors, what do I do with the books that I can touch? I also use digitalized books like to find stuff, right? To like make text search and stuff. I guess I could do that on the second monitor. For example. I'd have to think about it. It probably had some uses, but kinda need a bigger desk, or I guess not the mountains of books that are all around me, but Turbo! What's going on? We are casting Kelar and Turfux, and it's looking good for Kelar, and he's even tried... Oh no, TC didn't go up. He even tried to make a TC in the back of his opponent's face. Turfux is a bit stabilizing, not dying instantly yet, but down in population quite heavily. Going for another castle, has his monastery there quite exposed. You are over also traditionals. Use pen and paper for notes. I actually don't do that. I actually make notes on PC. That's really useful? Okay. Ah, Turfux is stabilizing, but he will lose that left side castle before it goes up. Ah, you were traditional. What's his one marches? Stable the back is up and still being annoying. It's still making stuff. And that's the most annoying thing about these raiding stables. You kind of really have to pay to send siege units there to clear them more like champions. And starting base is slowly getting destroyed. That rebuilding of a castle won't be successful, as there's already 10 bomber kills here. I think I clicked the wrong one. No, it's exactly 10. Hello, Regni. What can Zetnus do against Portuguese here? Yeah, we didn't come up with much. The only thing I came up with is they have Hussar. So if they somehow manage to take it late game, that would be a way. But yeah, don't really have another solution for how to get there. And Turfux doesn't have one either. Kelar takes the 2-0. His son is only good against infantry. What? Cav Artiser? They're good against Cav Civs, they struggle against Siege Civs. I think that's how I categorize it for DM. And that's also probably what you meant, right? They're good against they're bad against Siege Civs. Because that's a category you didn't mention. And 3-3-3 kills. So Kelar thinks this is the Battle of Issos. More resource collected for him as well, way less villagers dying, and got to a more healthy will count. Even though Turfux getting to 89 wills isn't bad, but kind of constantly losing his army, partly for the reason that he doesn't have one that beats this army of the Portuguese. Sadly enough for him. And that brings us back to the drawing board and brings us to a Hindustani loss. Once more a Hindustani loss in the tournament. And Portuguese win. So they counter infantry cav. But that's the problem, right? That what you're describing doesn't counter comps. It only counters individual units. And it's usually comps winning the game. In DM, it's kind of always comps winning the game. Even in the rush, I guess Franks can win the game with just one unit, in a way. That's it. Oh. Regni's also here. Regni could maybe close the prediction. So the winner was Kelar. And who gets the points? Zai! Oh, he's snatching up those points left and right. And Civites for game 3. Spanish left, Hans, Goss, Burmese. Oh boy, I think that might be a quick one. I'd rather get right in. Because Kelar has a lot of Civs left that want to and can kill early. And see if that will happen. Spanish vs Magyars, and we are on the Spectile again. That is actually a great matchup for Turfux, I think. They're both using their first Civs. But why is Kelar playing Spanish now? Does it make sense? He's 2-0 ahead. And his opponent has only one good Civ left. One Civ that is good against Spanish, and that's Magyars. And that's his best Civ, so he's likely gonna use that when he's down to 0, I think. Then you don't want to play Spanish into Magyars. I mean, Kelar might get lucky and it's a water map, but No, Dravidians don't have treadmill crane. Spanish are really fast. I think Spanish just killed Dravidians at the start. I tagged Tier and Regular in the Discord. I mean, you could look who's live, Patata. Yeah, I don't get this whole raiding big streamers thing, anyways. I never raid someone that's like more than twice my size. Why am I not in your list? Why am I not in your list? Now it's getting downright mean. But we're about to go into game number 3. You follow too many people. No, you have shorted wrong. I follow everyone as well, but I always see who's live. I think it's you, not Twitch. Oh, I'm on the wrong overlay. I think I joined before the spec delay. It's probably still gonna work, right? Notice that the chat of the pros have follower-only chat. Really? I don't think so. Follower-only chat is really bad. I think everybody's saying you shouldn't use follower-only chat. Like, follower-only chat is such a dumb decision as a creator. So I never think anybody has it. But I follow everyone, so how would I know? Welcome in, guys! And we are into game 3, and this is a land map, which is great news for Lord Turfux. So if he makes more than 3 ranges, and more than 4 ranges, he has a good matchup here. We're starting with a modestry Keller instantly producing a monk. Turfux has queued 5 monks even. And we are starting with a Khan. Let's go. Welcome in, Mr. Club. Turfux, Khan is getting stuck. Turfux doesn't find his opponent. Oh no, it's super clear there's 3 golf balls around him. I think it should be clear where your opponent is. But Keller's Khan is causing some trouble. Already got a vehicle in Lord Turfux. Base. Turfux Khan finally arriving at the Spanish base, but also won't be able to do too much. The Wills have supremacy. So I think the to watch Khan. Nope, that Khan died. Paladin Rush coming in for both, I'd assume. As we have 3 stables there, and Turfux house at 20. Oh no! And he finally had a good matchup. He's bringing in a relic, but how's that 20? How's that 45? You can somewhat survive, but how's that 20? Usually is a death sentence, especially if you're playing against someone as aggressive as Keller. Gets another house up, is now at 30 population, but that isn't really much. And only 20 on the field, more paladins streaming in. The monks even going for converted Spanish, I think, get heresy, so the paladins will just die. Predictions are still up, well, but I guess the game might also be over, so probably get some easy points or something. As Keller is heavily rushing here. Turfux down to 3 villagers, housed at 35 now again. And even though Magyars also have treadmill cranes, Spanish are still very fast start, faster building even than treadmill cranes is. And Keller very, very aggressive, very good at the rush player. Turfux down to 1 villager. Oh boy. Hey, yo, Camret. We straight up don't fit in streams that have follower only chat. Yeah, I don't know, I just follow everything. But yeah, as I said, right, I think it's a really bad decision. Good. I guess it doesn't matter for Viper, I mean, like in general. Oh boy, Kevachos running quite forward. Why is Turfux not fighting under his castle? He doesn't really have the army supply. He must know he was housed that much, right? He can't have enough army. I mean, he's not playing that much DM, so he's not thinking along all these lines, like, not thinking along, like, okay, I had a good start, I had a bad start, I had a bad start, so I need to play defensive, make some army around my castles, maybe send some units out to delay the opponent, get some castles up, get an army behind, get some onagers behind the castle, maybe bombard cannons if you have it, to be able to survive the first attack, right? There's a lot of decisions to be made after the rush in DM, because you play the rest of the game differently depending on how well the rush went for you and how much damage you took from your opponent. And one of them is to know when you're behind, to not fight when you're not under your own castles. Turfux is retreating to its castles now, but his traps are in front of the castle, which I don't really like. Okay, they're attacking Kelar's castle, yeah. With 70 pop against 120, you can't be expecting to kill your opponent's castles. You have to try to not lose your own, or try to take... More likely scenario is you're losing your castles, but you're taking good fights. And that's kind of the way you can come back. You have to give up castles for the price of fighting under them while they're falling. So you're at least taking the most efficient engagements that you can. And then eventually go for a clear up once the opponent has lost too much energy pushing through your base. Then you clear up, then you use that moment to push back, get back onto the map, try to get relics there and everything. Turfux calls it GG, good luck. Next, same goes to him. Both still are in the group stage. And yeah, it was looking very good for Kelar, so I took some time explaining like one of the DM time windows so it works. And Kelar takes the 3-0.